Welcome back to another interesting tutorial about 1688 Chinese shopping app. If you have been using 1688 Chinese shopping app for a very long time to source and ship products from China, or you are new to 1688 Chinese shopping app to source and ship products from China, consider to stay tuned to this video and see some of the things you should not do if you don't want your account to get banned on 1688. I have received a lot of complaints about accounts being banned, accounts being frozen by different 1688 app account user, and I decided to make a video about this and explain everything you need to know about account ban, and if your account gets banned, what are the real things you need to do as far as this particular tutorial is concerned. And you that are using it currently and your account has not been banned, there are things you need to avoid if you don't want to get your account banned on 1688. Like I always do, I have a particular case study that I'm going to explain to you in this video so everyone can be fully understand what exactly you need to avoid right now if you don't want your 1688 Chinese shopping app account to get banned, to get banned or flagged by 1688 subsystem support. So let's get started. But before we dive into the tutorial, as you know me, my name is Rafi Yakub. I'm an importer and a procurement agent. If you want me to procure link on 1688, Taobao or Pinduoduo or iDoFish or Chinese or JD.com or any Chinese e-commerce app or website, or you want me to fund your Alipay account or your WeChat wallet, consider to contact me on WhatsApp with the number in the description of this video. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell for more useful tutorial, tips and tricks about China importation business like this. So with that being said, let's get started. So like I said, I'm going to assist from my 1688 right here, and I will go ahead and open up my WhatsApp right here, just like so. Okay, now just like what you see right here, someone reached out to me on my WhatsApp. Hi, I'm Barbara from Zambia. I just came across you YouTube account. I'm currently going through a 1688 ban, of which I have never experienced this before. The first one I got banned on 15th, then was told I will get on ban 16th at this particular time, of which I waited. Yesterday, after being on ban, I started talking to my supplier. Only a few minutes in, I got banned again. This is the second degree of ban. Okay, and this is the screenshot right here. So this is my current ban now. It's really delaying me. I followed through your video and I check up and I check my, but it is currently up to date. What were you discussed with the supplier that warrant the second ban? This was my questions right here. I was just sending them the shipping address. And this is one of the reasons why a lot of people are getting banned on 1688. Now, if you want to give whatever you want to discuss with any supplier on 1688, you should not discuss anything that has to do with shipping address if you don't want your account to get banned. So whatever, that is one. Two, whatever you want to discuss with the supplier on 1688, don't ever ask for their WhatsApp number. I just had this because I have another experience about people asking of WhatsApp number or supplier giving people WhatsApp number. It is against the 1688 rules of service. Immediately you ask for WhatsApp number from supplier, or supplier asks you your WhatsApp number and you give it to them, believe me, your account will be banned. And there are different ways of ban. This one here is just a primary and secondary ban, which can still be recovered, provided that this person here follow the due process. However, if you do not follow the due process or you have a degree ban on your account, even if you buy goods worth of millions of yuan from different factories, once you violate the rules, your account will be completely locked out on 1688 Chinese shopping app. So in a nutshell, whatever you want to discuss with the supplier, don't ever discuss anything that has to do with address. Whether your address or you are asking supplier address, it is against the 1688 rules of service, because immediately you type address or you ask for address, 1688 will definitely think that you are going to external place, which is against the rules. They want everything you want to be doing on 1688 to remain on the app, not to the external place. So that is why they will flag your account once you ask for address. Two, don't ever ask for WhatsApp number or don't ever give a supplier your WhatsApp number. It is against the rules of 1688 terms of use, and that is why they provide you a means of chat and communication with the supplier. Everything should be neutral within the geographical of the business or whatever product you want to buy from that particular store. So don't ever ask for WhatsApp number. These are two important things that can get your account banned on 1688. For more useful tutorial, tips and tricks about how to secure your 1688 Chinese shopping app or how to buy from 1688, Pinduoduo, Taobao, Alibaba, or AliExpress, or any Chinese e-commerce app or website, consider to subscribe. And lastly but not the least, if you want me to put your link on 1688, Taobao, Pinduoduo, iDoFish, JD.com, or any Chinese e-commerce app or website, consider to contact me on WhatsApp with the number in the description of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye for now.